In today's video, I'm going to share with you a little Pokemon investing secret. This is a tip that I've been using for a little while, and it has proven to be really fruitful in making relatively quick gains. And here's the tip, there's no smoke and mirrors to it. Once a year, the Pokemon company puts some sets out of competitive play, which means they go out of rotation. And in case you don't know, the sets that are about to go out of rotation are these ones up on the screen. So we will have Scarlet and Violet base all the way through to Paldean Fates going out of rotation. That includes sets like Scarlet and Violet base, Paldea Evolved, City in Flames, 151, Paradox Rift, Paldean Fates, and they're marked by a little symbol in the bottom left of the card. Now, once they go out of rotation, the likelihood of these ever being reprinted again is so incredibly low. It's insane. And look, people will argue, yeah, we've had sets printed out of rotation. You know, we had things like Hidden Fates and even Shining Fates out of rotation. But look, things were skewed during competitive play during COVID. It was all thrown out of whack because tournaments were shut down and the rotation changed when it normally would, but we're back to normality now. So the likelihood of any of these sets being reprinted again is incredibly small. The fact of the matter is 151 is a juggernaut and there's so much stock out there. I wouldn't be surprised if we still get filtered stock coming in stores post-April next year, but that's probably not reprint stock. It's probably going to be leftover cards, leftover packs, put into, collection bundles or boxes or whatever it might be. I don't think we're going to see reprints of any of these sets post-April next year. So here's where the tip comes into play. This is what generally happens once a set goes out of competitive play. Sometimes the singles will actually go down in price, particularly if they're a competitively viable card, but the collecting side really comes into play. So the collectible cards will start to gain some traction. Think about cards like Magikarp from Paldea Evolved. Think about Charizard from 151, for example. But the big one is, and this is where the tip stems from, the sealed side of it. Once these are out of rotation, that's when the sealed price seems to really take off. So let's have a look at a few, starting with Paldea Evolved. And here's what I mean, right? If we jump onto eBay right here, we can see that the cheapest boxes are around about that $400 US mark. These are the cheapest boxes on eBay. I have filtered from low to high. That's what everyone does when they go shopping on eBay. They filter from low to high, they find the cheapest box, they make sure it's a reputable seller, with not someone with, 2 feedback or 20 feedback at 82% positive. They make sure it's someone with credible selling credentials to make sure they're not going to get duped and have to file to get their money back, etc. eBay can be a little bit of a minefield, but if you play it right, that's the way to do it, isn't it? You filter from low to high, you make sure they're a reputable seller, you buy it if you want to buy it, it turns up, everything's all good. But as you can see from Paldea Evolved, there's not many boxes sub $400. And these aren't bulk listings. These aren't stores listing 30 boxes of Paldea Evolved. These are mostly individual listings. Maybe there's a few listings on there of a couple of boxes, but as you can see pretty quickly, it's only going to take us half a dozen to a dozen booster boxes before that $400 mark becomes $425 US. Then it's only going to take us like another 10 boxes until that $425 mark becomes the $450 mark. And this will happen relatively quickly as soon as these sets go to rotation. In fact, it's probably going to happen before next April. But the same premise or the same rule will stay in place. So what happens is the floor of the market. So sellers now, unless there's a massive reprint of Paldea Evolved booster boxes, sellers will not want to let this box go for sub 400. That is the floor of the market. And once these floor booster boxes get wiped off and the new floor becomes 425, same thing. Sellers won't want to let these boxes go for sub 425. And once they wipe off the market, we quickly move to 450. This is how Pokemon booster boxes have those really quick jumps. This is how they go from what feels like $400 to $450 in a week. And you go, whoa, I just checked in on my Collectr app or whatever you use to track your profits, maybe eBay sales or TCG player, and you go, whoa, this has jumped up $50 in a week. That's crazy. Well, that's how it happens. you know, there's a small amount of supply of booster boxes sub a certain price, and it gives us a real quick indicator that these booster boxes can jump up in price relatively quickly. If, on the other hand, there were multiple stores with 50 boxes, 80 boxes, 100 boxes of Paldea Evolved at $400 US, we can pretty safely say, well, hold on, it's going to take quite some time for Paldea Evolved to move from its $400 price floor. In fact, maybe even there's going to be some negative pressure put on prices when stores go, oh, we've still got 80 boxes and they're not moving at $400. Maybe if we market them at $380, you know, $20 cheaper than the competition, we'll be able to move them. And that's when we see small decreases in price. You get my point there? Another one though, and this is a really nice elite trainer box, is Paldean Fates. This is a very strong Pokemon card set. It's got some nice shinies inside there. It's got a Mega Chase card in the Bubble Mew. Arguably one of the strongest, if not the second most expensive whole chase card from the Sword and Shield era. Elite trainer box, $230. There's about roughly, you know, like 60 of these for that price. And once they go, it's going to move to $250. Now, 60 aren't going to sell like that. 60, we're probably not going to get sales volume on YouTube to move 60 elite trainer boxes of Paldean Fates in the next week. But hey, in the next month or so, maybe those will get absorbed and then the new floor of the market will be $250 US. Same premise as what I was just talking about with Paldea Evolved. That floor of the market gets wiped up and then wiped off and the new floor presents itself. The third and final example I wanted to give you from the whole Scarlet and Violet era, this early block that's about to go out of rotation, is Paradox Rift Booster Box. Love it, hate it, think it's a good investment, bad investment. And at the end of the day, it's still going to follow a really, really similar trend to every other booster box in Pokemon card history. I'm not saying it's the best booster box out there. It's one of the cheapest ones from Scarlet and Violet you can buy at $245 US. Same thing. There's not too many booster boxes sitting at that price before same thing. Floor of the market gets wiped out, and it's going to very quickly, as you can see in these images here, it's going to very quickly jump to a $275 US booster box. So this is what happens when supply starts to run out. And look, these could still get reprinted. We're still in the reprint window, but the likelihood of these getting reprinted when we're struggling to get enough supply of modern sets, Black and White, Destined Rivals, the new Mega Evolutions around the corner, the likelihood of them going back and reprinting Paldean Fates or Paradox Rift for argument's sake is so small. And the other juggernaut here, of course, in this early block, which is the strongest set from the early block of Scarlet and Violet, is of course 151. If you can still get your hands on elite trainer boxes, booster bundles, anything hopping into shops at retail price, collection boxes, Alakazam, 151 boxes, anything like that, booster bundles, just grab them. If you can get them at retail because they're in Target or Walmart or here in Australia, Kmart, wherever it might be, just buy them and keep them sealed because they will go up in value very quickly, and that will ascend extremely rapidly as soon as 151 goes out of rotation, which is next April, because everyone will have it in their head that what's there is there. Maybe, like I said, there'll be some limited supply left over and stock left over from distribution or Pokemon itself, and it'll move down the chain into stores, but those won't be reprints. Those will just be additional stock because this set was printed into the absolute ground because everyone knew how much of a juggernaut it was and how much demand there is for 151. I mean, just look at Charizard PSA 10. There's like 20,000 PSA 10 copies. Doesn't matter though. There is still that demand for that card. It is 151. It's a phenomenal juggernaut of a set with so much nostalgia attached to it. So there you go. That's the little investing trick I wanted to share with you today. Today's video is of course sponsored by the Collectr app. There'll be a link in the description to download it. If you want to follow my journey, I'll be down the bottom in the content creator section. You can see all my sealed products inside there. The other side of it is now there is some new set analytics added into the Collectr app, which is so good. So you can jump in, you can filter from price high to low and see the top hits inside the set, but then under set analytics, you can see total set value of a set. And we all know how important that is to the future value of a sealed product. The total set value and the total chase cards, which makes up the total set value, is really what stems the price of the booster box. That's where it stems from. There we have it. Little booster box or sealed product hack for you. I'm Michael. This is Pokeoz. Catch everyone next time.